7th and 8th grade. I am here in my kitchen. As I said in the previous video, I was going to do a short demonstration to show you just how much sugar is actually in some things that you probably have ate or eat regularly. Because like I said, it's often hard to visualize exactly how much sugar is in a food, especially like healthy foods too, like fruits and stuff. I mean, you don't really visualize how much sugar. So to do this, I actually have my kitchen scale here, which I'm going to zero. And we are going to be measuring out sugar. I've actually pre-measured a bunch of foods for how many grams of sugar are in each, so I'm going to show you those in just a second. But what I wanted to say is, and show you is, you know, I don't know, would you consider this big spoonful a lot of sugar? I mean, we know sugar is bad for us, right? And especially just in large quantities. So would you say that this is a lot of sugar? How much sugar is roughly a big spoonful like this? Maybe some of your parents put this much sugar or more in their coffee every morning, or maybe you do if you drink coffee. But this amount of sugar right here actually ends up being about 12 grams of sugar just in one spoonful. So if you're someone who likes to add sugar to things, or sprinkle sugar on stuff, or add stuff to coffee, even just one spoonful, standard household spoon, is about 12 grams of sugar. That's a lot. Okay, that's a lot for your body to handle, and that's going to spike your blood sugar. But what about other foods? Foods like where there's baked goods or vegetables and fruit. How much sugar is in those? We can't see it, so let's put a visual to that. So broccoli. Broccoli is really healthy, right? We know that's a vegetable, it's good for us, and we should eat it. Okay, so broccoli, not surprisingly, doesn't actually have that much sugar. It's got about 1 gram and 2/3 of a cup of broccoli, and that's roughly how much sugar you'd expect to see if you broke down broccoli. All right, what about milk? If you drink whole milk, if you drink 1 8-ounce glass or a cup of whole milk, this is actually how much sugar, 11 grams, so just shy of that one big spoonful of sugar that we weighed out here. But still, that's a fair amount of sugar. I mean, if I said to you, hey, you know, chuck this down your throat, just eat the sugar, I mean, that's a good amount of sugar right there. And that's just in milk, which again is something we often consider pretty healthy. This is the amount of sugar contained in 1 medium banana. Okay, so 14 grams of sugar in 1 medium banana. That's quite a bit too. That's more than that spoonful. And that's in something that we would consider to be relatively healthy. But remember, sugar is sugar in the body. And even though sugar may come from a healthy food or a processed food, ultimately it all gets broken down into those monosaccharides in the body, and it becomes glucose in our blood sugar. So sugar is still sugar no matter whether it comes from a fruit or a junk food. But remember, there's other things we have to consider when we consider whether or not a food is a healthful food or a maybe not so healthful food, or maybe a treat. All right, a Snickers bar. If you eat a standard size Snickers bar, I'm not talking the mini one, just like the regular one you'd see in the grocery aisle, there are 20 grams of sugar in that, okay? So all of this sugar, if you eat a Snickers bar, just that alone you're consuming in your body of sugar. 3 Oreos, 27 grams of sugar. So all of this sugar in here, if you eat just 3 Oreo cookies, you just might as well have dumped this whole bag of sugar into your stomach. 1 can of Coke. So a standard size can of Coke, not Coke Zero or any of those other ones, just like the regular original Coke, 39 grams of sugar. So again, you might as well just pour this whole bag of sugar in your mouth if you're going to drink a can of Coke. That's a lot of sugar. Okay? What if you get a chocolate chip muffin for breakfast from Dunkin' Donuts? 49 grams of sugar. Okay? This whole bag right here. Okay? So when you eat that chocolate chip muffin for breakfast, you just poured all of this sugar into your stomach that's now going to go into your bloodstream and raise your blood sugar level and ultimately lead you to crash in the afternoon or later in the day. Now this one might surprise you, and I always like to throw this one in because this one is something that a lot of people don't realize. If you've ever gone to the grocery store and seen like a green smoothie or a blueberry monster smoothie or, you know, a Dwala, Bolthouse Farms, some of those other Naked, they all make pre-made smoothies that you can just buy for convenience. And a lot of people think that those are super healthy because they have fruits and veggies in them, right? There's also a ton of sugar. So 50 grams in just one individual size, small, personal size bottle of Green Goddess by Bolthouse Farms, which has got green veggies in it, so it must be healthy. This is how much sugar, guys, 50 grams. So this is a ton of sugar, and this is something that most people consider to be a healthy snack or treat, and it's not. Look at all that sugar. And lastly, if you're a fan of the fancy drinks at Starbucks, I went onto their menu and picked out one of their fancy drinks. So a grande, which is the medium 16 ounce of their mocha cookie crumble frappuccino. They looked good, but isn't very good for you. Has 57 grams of sugar. So if you just get one of those drinks out and about for fun during the day, you may not realize, but you've just consumed this whole bag here of sugar. Look at that, 57 grams. That's a lot of sugar. All right, and so that's the only demonstration I wanted to show you, but I just wanted to give you kind of a visual so you could see a little bit more clearly that even things that we consider healthy, like milk, contain sugar, and smoothies that we might think are really healthy actually have a lot of sugar that's going to raise our glucose levels and drop our glucose levels and lead to maybe some undesirable health effects and maybe not feeling our best. So pay attention to how much sugar is in your food and in the snacks and drinks especially that you're consuming, and you can be on your way to eating a lot healthier. All right, that's it for today. I will see you again on Monday for our next video lesson.